So the idea of FAM came before you became digital, or after you became digital, you said, let me teach
Once
this
I was
to people?
partially digital, yeah. Once I had incorporated some 3D printing and I had finally gotten an intraoral scanner, I was thinking about building my own in-house lab to make things easier for myself. I always had lab technicians working for me because I didn't want to send wax rims and stuff like that out because they melt and they get distorted. So I always had one or two lab technicians as a presence, but I didn't have a full-fledged lab. Once my lab bills were getting up to $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month, that's when I said, I don't think this is sustainable. I think I'm going to get to a point of diminishing returns. And my clinic's going to be growing, but I'm not going to be able to keep up on the lab side, and it's going to be too expensive. So I kind of committed to the idea of bringing some of the manufacturing in-house. And that's where I think FAM came out of, was that desire to empower myself to control more of the process. And then I realized, if I'm doing this, and I'm going through this struggle, there's got to be a ton of other dentists who are going through the same struggle. Why don't I reach out to them and show them what I'm doing and guide them so that they don't have to struggle as long as I did? So that was really the nidus, I think, for my personal development, in my own career, but it coincided with this idea that I could help others.
What year was this?
2019. Yeah, right before, and then 2020 into right before COVID.
How did you come up with the name?
Good question. Full Arch Masters. I knew that I wanted to do something like the Masters, like the golf tournament, because it's such a prestigious organization. The green jackets and the pomp and the circumstance surrounding it, and the brotherhood, sisterhood associated with that organization, that I wanted to kind of put a flag in Fresno the way that there's a flag in Augusta, Georgia. And so I just loved, I'm not even a golfer, which is the funny part. So I went to Harvard, I'm a dentist, my last name's Dunlop, and I don't golf, which is like 3 strikes you're out, right? But I just love the imagery, and I love the idea of creating an elite brotherhood and sisterhood for doctors who want to strive to provide the highest quality dentistry that they can and not compete. We are all in competition with each other theoretically, but we don't have to compete with each other. Like, golfers don't compete with each other. They're competing against themselves. How good can they get, right? Tiger Woods only competed against his previous scores. He was always trying to get better. It's not like a head-to-head competition like ping pong or something like that. Totally. So I saw Full Arch Masters as the same as golf. If you don't know what you're doing, it's the most frustrating game on the planet, right? Everybody who golfs will say that. It can be the most frustrating game on the planet. But if you get good and you push yourself, you compete against your own limitations. And so that's what I think it came out of, was Full Arch Masters. We are the people who are trying to master the implant game, master the full arch game, and so that's kind of where.
What about the logo?
So the logo is a combination of teeth. You got some teeth on there. You have dental implants on there, and you got this key, and the key is unlocking your future and kind of walking through the door of transitioning from analog full arch dentistry to digital. So once you discover the key to success, it leads to the promised land. And ever since converting to digital dentistry for full arch, I do feel re-inspired. I feel invigorated. I feel optimistic, whereas before I felt pessimistic and lacking kind of hope as to what the rest of my career looked like. I just could not fathom doing more verification jigs, open tray impressions, wax try-ins, remakes, hoping for passivity. Like, it was just a stupid game. Like, why would I keep playing that? Too many steps, 8 to 10 visits, frustrated patients, frustrated doctors, frustrated lab technicians. Everybody's trying really hard, but the results were not good enough. And as soon as I transitioned to what I'm doing now, everybody's happy. Lab technicians love their jobs because they can strive on accuracy and predictability. Clinicians love their jobs because they can deliver high-quality results quickly and have satisfied patients. And then patients are extremely happy because their experience is better. And they want to refer their friends and their family and